Hi, I'm Laura Duksta, and I realized that I never really made an introduction video. So, the first thing that people typically notice about me is the fact that I have no hair. I go by the nickname the Bald Chick, though the situation wasn't always as easy for me as it is now. I lost my hair to a disease called alopecia areata, and I wore wigs for 19 years. It happened to me when I was 11, and it was a very traumatic, emotional situation. I became really, really introverted and shy. And what I made it mean was that I was never going to have any friends, nobody was ever going to like me, and I certainly wasn't going to be able to do all the things that I dreamed of doing. I loved being on stage, I loved performing, I loved singing, but as I saw it, losing my hair was the end to all that. So for 19 years, I wore wigs and would never let anybody see me without a wig. And then one night, I was saying a prayer for my sister. She was a younger mother than she expected to be, and I was just asking God to take care and watch over her. And as I did, and I was thinking that it was kind of strange that I was praying like that, something answered me and said, "Your sister's fine, pray for your nephew." And as I began praying for my nephew, the whole idea for this book flooded my mind. And now you have to know that I had been graduated from college in 1991 and found myself bartending in South Beach, Miami, mostly at the Clevelander, for about 7 years, and really didn't know what I was going to do with my life. But that prayer really reconnected me to a mission and a path that I had begun on before I had lost my hair. When I was about 7 years old, I learned two things in Sunday school. One was that we're all brothers and sisters, and two, that because of that, we're all meant to love one another, that we should never hate anyone, though we can dislike what someone or something stands for or is about. Well, anyways, like I said, that prayer really kind of reconnected me to my mission of generating the conversation of love around the world. I always felt when I was a kid that I was somehow meant to travel the world and spread the message of love. What's so awesome about YouTube and the internet is I can actually do that virtually from my apartment or my hotel room. I'm actually in Las Vegas right now. But that prayer led to me starting my own company called I Shine Inc., which our mission is to generate the conversation of love around the world, and to publish my first book called I Love You More. This book is self-published. We sold almost 180,000 copies. It's really been a gift, and I know it's because they're really God's words that came through me that it's been so incredibly successful. So that's a little bit about who I am. I go into schools now and talk to students about how we're all different on the outside, and not to be stopped by our differences, but actually to be empowered by them. Our biggest challenges will always become our biggest blessings. It's actually a guarantee if we're willing to look for the benefits and the blessings that are coming from those challenges, rather than just looking from the drawbacks and the negatives. And I believe that we can transform the world if we take the challenges in our personal lives, in the lives of our families, and in the lives of our communities, our states, our country, and the world. If we can take those situations that we're viewing as only negative and find the benefits and the blessings in those challenges, we'll transform the world through the conversation of love. Thanks. I'm glad you're here.